What's up, everybody? This is January 1st. Happy New Year's. I'm just using this opportunity as an opportunity to not only wish everyone Happy New Year's, but to go over some of the things that are going on this year as a brief overview, so everyone knows, kind of what's going on, what's the plan, and, obviously if things change, I'll keep you informed, but I'd rather give you a overview of what's going on this year, at least from the game perspective, and then y'all, you know what to expect, what to look forward to. But before getting into that, I'm going to let y'all know that I will be quite busy this year, as I will not only have stuff going on with the gaming division of LDA Inc., but I'll also have stuff going on with two other divisions, which will now be under my wing, which will be what we are going into medical. We will be a medical facility, medical division that's going into, and we're also going to expand into beer and wine division. So I'm going to be responsible for medical and billing, in addition to beer and wine, which are two separate things entirely. And so, with that being said, all that, in addition to me being near the dissertation phase of my PhD and the gaming, is going to keep me pretty busy. So, I'm going to go over some of the stuff that's planned for this year. And basically, I'm going to be really busy. On top of that, I'm going to, I think Mighty Mar leaves in a day or so. He's only here for about another day. And, if we play tomorrow, if we play. If not, then, those will be the last Geese Tower matches you're going to see for a while. And what's going to happen is I'll probably be, if I can't go to Dallas, if not, I'll be going back to Mexico a lot. And I have a deal with Ismael or Zeus to pretty much he's going to be my trainer for hire. Because if I'm going to train, I'm going to really train. So, he's going to be my trainer for hire. And we'll be, basically going there, playing with him, getting stronger. And we have an agreement. So that, I will be paying him to basically train me up, so that I can get very strong. The sky's the limits now. If I'm gonna, not gonna have anyone to play here, then I might as well go back to Mexico every, 2 weeks out of a month, and train extensively with Ismael, who's obviously one of the best in Mexico. Period. So I might as well train with him, and that's only gonna make me that much stronger. So let us take a look at the tournament schedule for 2011. If you can see that, one moment, guys. Okay. Alright, let's go over the schedule. Let me turn this off. This is... Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, let me go over the tournament schedule for 2011. Alright. January and February, as of now, nothing is going to be planned. Because I'm going to use that as prep. Plus, as I say, with the two new divisions being created, I'm going to need all that time for training and everything else. March, we have the KOF Cup 2011 with... as you can see here, I've got the plan document going into place. The KOF Cup, featuring GPO legend Hummer from Japan. Basically that's we're gonna come up with the official design or whatever we're talking for, like with Battle for Mexico. But this is just my planning thing. I gotta always have a planning thing, not only for this for myself, but for IRS records. I have to have this type of stuff. So that way they can know what's going on. The date is March the 10th to the 14th. We've got, since I told you, it's a tri-national tournament in between Mexico, the United States, and Fukuoka, Japan. The winner of the 2002 tournament goes to Lima, Peru for Mexico versus Peru in June. But that's going on. Also having a trophy that's going to be developed. It's going to be a cup trophy that the champion is going to get, and we have Kula, Scato, and I can't remember. Kula, Scato, Luis Cha, and my brain just went fried. Oh yeah, and Osmani confirmed, and the Nuts is looking at possibly coming in. Bart is close to being confirmed with Bart and Andres, and if Bart comes, Andres is coming. So we're working that out as well. So we can have a very that would be there's your 5-on-5 right there. You got Kula. Well, yeah, it's pretty close. You're gonna have Kula, Bart, Osmani, Luis Cha, and Andres. That's 5 from the south. And there you can go. Scato, Alexis, Zeus, Lalo, and I don't know who else. And maybe Esteban. I don't know. But there's your 5 right there. So there's your 5-on-5 with those people going on. For April, as of now, I have some prep. We have prep going on. I don't know if y'all can see this, but if you can't, it's okay because I'm highlighting it. I'm bringing it out. For May, once again, it's going to be Raging Storm Ohio / Power Up. We're teaming with that, so we're going to have that going on, and I'm going to have Webster doing that, helping out with that. So we have Power Up, It's going to go in May. Possibly in May also is going to be Raging Storm El Paso 2011. Like I said, if you can't see it, that's okay. There, I zoomed in. You can see it. Possibly Raging Storm El Paso. The stars by, it's flexible date. Depends what I have going on, because I have a lot of things going on around that time. Possibly I have to change it. In June, we have Mexico versus Peru 2011. And then possibly we might have Mexico versus Argentina. King of Fighters 11 bi-national tournament in Argentina. We might have that, or in Mexico, depending. I don't know. I'll see how that goes. That might be in June as well. Depends on what's going on. July, I'm trying to play in the Argentina Cup, talking with Oski from Argentina. We're going to try to see if we can't set that up during that time, possibly. So, the Argentina Cup in July. Evo, possibly, with the Mexican national team. Game of Death, possibly move to July. That way I can talk to another Japanese player, Taiwanese player, or Sabo Zinho, or somebody from South America. Lure them, bringing them up. That'll give me one more time since Hummer will be gone. Talk to Hummer, since Hummer is a great connection for 2002 in Japan. Talk to Hummer and give me some other names of people to bring over. So July, that's partial for the Game of Death. They moved back since the KOF Cup is taking place with Hummer. August, Raging Storm Mexico, which that's that we're looking at. Me and Oscar are talking about teaming up and doing a tournament. I say Mexicali because of other business is saying me to lead that. Business, he wanted to do it in Tijuana, but I'm telling him Mexicali because business is telling me to go to Mexicali. Just like business is telling me to move from Game of Death to the KOF Cup in Juarez. It's the same type of thing. Business is telling me to do it in Mexicali. So Raging Storm Mexico, looking at Mexicali. Trying to do that really big, and team up with another anime person. And then we have Mexico versus Guatemala with Aber possibly in August, if we can. And Mexico versus Brazil in 2011, the 2002 bi-national tournament. Trying to do that in Brazil in August as well. Then we have in September, trying to do Raging Storm Minnesota possibly again for 2011, and Raging Storm LA, and whatever else might come up possibly in October. Maybe the Smash World Finals, and another tournament if I can think of. I might try to plan that out, depending. Might decide we want to do Raging Storm Japan or something. I do not know, but might not do that because Battle for Mexico 2011 is in November, which I want that to be the return of Bata and Cap or whatever other players. So we have a couple Japanese coming over for Battle for Mexico 2011. Of course, Kula and them are going to be coming since then, since we've got good connections with them now. And then we have Duel in the KOF. Might try to take 2 or 3 Mexican players over to Japan. So Duel in the KOF in November, and then for December, the Leon National. We're already talking about trying to attend that. So I'm going to try to attend and help with the Leon National and, see if we can get going with that. And then Raging Storm Japan, if we can, in December. I want to do that. So I have to obviously talk to June, and it's a done deal. So Raging Storm Japan, we'll try to plan that. And that's basically what's going on this year, guys. So now you have a good idea of what I have planned for this year. Of course, it may not happen, but that's why I say be patient, guys, because things come up. I'm doing it the best I can as one single person, and now I'm not just responsible for the gaming division anymore. I'm responsible for the gaming division. I'm responsible for the medical division and the beer and wine division. I'm responsible for all that. I'm going to be running all that. So, guys, you're going to have to understand gaming is not going to be the only thing I'm going to be responsible for on top of trying to get my PhD for school. So, as long as you guys understand it, you keep in mind I'm trying to do the best I can. And, I'm going to do updates accordingly, with the thing focusing right now being the KOF Cup. After the KOF Cup, I'm going to proceed to show you more things. And as soon as we get the design for the KOF Cup, I'm going to show you that, the official design. And, as soon as I get the KOF Cup trophy that I come in for the Tri-National Championship, I'll show you that. And, I'm going to do interviews with Hummer. And, yes, I'm going to give you guys all these quality matches. And, we'll see who represents Mexico in Lima, Peru for Mexico versus Peru. We'll see. Will it be Kula, since he is hated by a lot of South Americans now, or will it be Ismael Ozels? Or somebody else? Will it be Bart or Andres? Who will it be? Well, we'll find out. Because Ozels has his passport. Kula's got to get his passport, and you don't need a visa to get to Peru. So, guys, we will find out. Stay tuned. 2011, I think, is going to be a great year. As a matter of fact, I think 2011 is going to be better than 2010 because of my focus. The little places I'm going to be focused at are going to be, places where you're going to see a lot of high level play. So, I'm very excited for 2011, guys. But I'll talk to you later. All right, bye.